everyone, this is Rachel, and this is supposed to be a process video for Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. Unfortunately, I apparently was on the wrong mode when I went to record this lovely lovely scrap lift of Megan Blethen. So I took a photo of my beginning products rather than videotape the 40 minutes it took to complete this layout. Because I'm awesome. Alright, unfortunately that means there is no process video for it, but I'll kind of walk you through what I do, and then I've got a couple of scrap chatty type things to go with, and we'll call it a day. I don't know if you can hear that, but Simba has decided to join me. I don't know if y'all want to say hello to him, but here he is. This is Simba. This is the old dude. He's very old for a ferret. He's almost 8. He's very curious still. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. All right. I'll put you back down. You doing okay? Yeah. All right. He might scratch around. I put a plastic bag on the floor, and so he might investigate that. So if he does, I will pause it. Okay. So this layout is a layout I found on Pinterest by Megan Blethen. She's a fellow YouTuber. She's on the Crafty Mavens Getaway, and she's all over the Facebook group. She's a very cool thing. She had done a layout about her son, and I did this one. My housemate is a hairstylist and colorist, so usually every day before school starts, she does a whole day where she does all the back-to-school hair. So this was just about that. So on Megan's layout, she had done this strip of paper and then 2 smaller strips. I had this banner piece from my Scrap Room Doubleshot kit, so I went ahead and did that in place of the 2 smaller pieces of paper. I also managed to use the sequins, which I never managed to use, so I was super excited about that. Now, the really cool thing about Megan's layout that I really liked was her just kind of random scattering of embellishments. So I do the same thing. I've got like a smallish cluster up here, and it kind of wraps around part of the title. Then I've got this little one down here, and then this smaller one over here. And I did use larger pieces of mist to, rather than, usually I just kind of tap it. Words are hard. I just kind of slightly tap it, and I end up with much smaller ones. I don't use the India ink. If I could find something in between what I can get with a mister and the big drops of an India ink, I would be supremely happy. But I would rather have the smaller than the larger India ink drops you get. While I think it looks lovely on other people's layouts, it's just not for me. Okay, so as I said, I did that, and this is all crepe paper Cool Kid, except this is from Fancy Pants. Oh, sugar. I don't remember. It's from this and this are from an older Fancy Pants. Maybe Happy Place? Maybe that's what it's called? I don't know. And then this flare is just, I don't know, a random flare that ended up in my stash. Oh, this is also from Fancy Pants. And this is from Fancy Pants Shine. I think it was Fancy Pants. I don't remember. I'll be totally honest. I just bought the clear acrylic. I didn't buy the whole set. I just bought a couple things. Okay, so that is it for the layout. It is October 8th. If you had wanted to enter Christy and Mai's 1-year anniversary contest, you still have a couple hours left. You can bang out a layout. The awesome thing about using a sketch or doing a scrap lift is that it can take a lot less time to get your layouts done. So this should probably be up around dinner time, as long as you have it up midnight, and I'm not going to be picky. If it's midnight here in Connecticut and you're in California and it's still 9 p.m., feel free. You know, you've got a couple hours left. If this is October 8th that you're watching this, you still have a couple of hours to complete the layout. There are 2 $25 gift certificates up for grabs, so you still got a chance. So that is it for that. I went to a 4-day crop, or 3.5 when you consider flying in and flying out, with 36 of my friends. We are an online private message board, and we have more members than just that. But, you know, only some people can come at certain times and certain places and stuff like that. So I managed to get, I think, 18 layouts, 17 or 18, one of which is, I know you guys will hopefully be sitting down, I did a double page layout. I know. I had all these photos, and I'm like, I really don't need to make 9 layouts about one day. So that's, in that case, I will make a double page layout. So you'll get to see that, because as I said in my previous video, I did videotape almost everything, except apparently this. Okay, so last thing I wanted to talk about, I got this We Are Memory Keepers frame punch board. I did make a frame in one of the layouts. You'll see me use it in one of the videos coming up. I actually really like it. I think it works pretty well. I've purchased several sets of frames, and I don't need 10 frames for one line. So I think this is really nice. I think I didn't try it. Maybe I should try it right now. Let's see. What have I got? Oh, this might work. Okay, so this is chipboard, not chipboard. This is like thin cardboard that Brad's came on. I just cut it off so I could fit it in a pocket. So this would be about what you'd consider like a cereal box. So let's test it. Oh, okay, yeah. So I definitely think if you wanted to do something slightly thicker at like a cereal box weight, it's a little tougher, but you can definitely do it. So, and then you just slide it in here, and that comes out, and you line it up in here. Now, and it mentions that sometimes it's a slightest bit off and you just need to trim it. So obviously not perfect. And I've only used it the one time. So I'm not super good at it yet, but let me just snip that off. And there are a couple of tutorials on it. People have used it already, but just so you can see, and obviously I didn't do a fabulous job, but so I really like it. I really think, especially like I went for thicker paper this time around, but the one I made for my layout turned out really nice, and I was super happy with it. Okay, so frame board, I went to the crop. I had a great time. Obviously it's one of those things where I have been more productive, absolutely, but that was not the point of this crop. The point was to meet up with my friends and have a fabulous time, and that totally happened. All right, so if you guys have any questions for me, I'm not going to do a layout share of what I did at the crop, only because I videotaped the whole thing. So over the next couple months, you will be seeing all of those videos. I am going to a crop at a new LSS that opened up sort of nearby me. It's actually about an hour away in Rhode Island, and I'm going to be going to a day-long crop there. I will not be bringing my video camera because it's not a private crop. So the crop we did was a private crop. We were originally supposed to crop at a place called Our House in Milford, which was like a private quilting scrapbooking retreat, only it burned to the ground. It got struck by lightning and burned to the ground, which of course is horrible for them. And of course horrible for the people who had crops coming up that weekend and the next weekend where you don't really have a lot of time. But we found a place to have a crop at a hotel. We had a ballroom to ourselves. The only time it was a little iffy was there was a wedding in a ballroom adjacent to ours, but we totally spied on them and everything was okay. And they had a belly dancer. I had gone to bed because the thumpy thumpy music gives me a migraine. So I'm like, I'm just going to pack it in. So, but they posted photos on our private Facebook group. Okay, total tangent, sorry. Anyway, over the next couple months, you'll probably see people's hands and stuff. I know I mentioned that in the previous video because I know a couple people said hello. So you'll see that. Okay, moving on. My whole point was I didn't mind setting up this because it was a private thing, and they all know I've talked about on the board that I do YouTube videos. So, oh, I will show you something. Where'd it go? Where did I put it? Oh, there she is. I don't know if you all watch her, but Scrappin' At Ya. She's one of my online friends. She's actually my roommate. She made this for everybody, the little Julie nutting dolls, and she put them on tags. And how gorgeous is this? So I have to find a place for this to be all displayed and everything. She's another crafty maven. So, oh my gosh, I'm totally just rambling at this point. All right. If you have any questions for me, just let me know. Oh, my whole point was I'm going to this day-long crop. Hello. So I'm not going to be recording that. So I will do a layout share for what I got done. What's hilarious is I'm probably going to get close to, if not more, done at a day-long crop where I don't know anyone than I did where I am friendly with 36 women for 4 days. Okay. That is it for me. Like I said before, if you have any questions, leave a comment. Flick me a thumb up if you can. I am so sorry about this not being an actual process video. If you have any questions about the layout, just let me know. And that's it. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget, you've got a couple more hours. If you're watching this on October 8th, 2016, you have a couple more hours to enter the contest to win one of two $25 gift certificates. Just post a link here. Post it on one of the Facebook groups. You're going to look for the usual spot for the video. If you want all the rules, there really aren't that many. So if there's anything else, ask me a question, let me know, and bye!